Tonight on Beyond the District, we see how two sisters both were in the surprise of their lives.
Beyond the District will return in 2 minutes.
How far would you go to help someone? Would you go to the end of your driveway? Would you cross a street? Would you cross an ocean? Would you go if you could use your knowledge to teach someone? And in the process, maybe learn something yourself. Life is calling. How far will you go? Peace Corps.
You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one.
Hello, I'm Abby Gillen, and welcome to TV21's Beyond the District.
And I'm Taylor Yatesy. Later on tonight, we take a look at one photographer who got up close and personal with a wild animal.
But up first tonight, we take a look at how for one dog, having a litter of puppies turned out to be a little more than expected. Here's a look at the multiple births.
Yeah, I mean, we really were just expecting, 10 tops at the most. But once the 17th, was finally coming out, we realized that this was going to take a lot of work. Like, we were going to be doing this, we were going to be feeding morning, noon, and night.
It was just like, how many? No, wait, how many?
This is definitely the world record for most Maremma sheepdogs. And so a lot of our club members have been coming around and taking a lot of the shifts.
I absolutely love these guys. I got to feed them right at the very beginning when it was realized that there were so many of them that Mommy was going to have issues. So I got to bottle feed these little guys.
This is Dad and Mom. Yeah, she had 17 puppies and she's already back in the field. And they're all for livestock protection.
Now, I've been trying to get all your brothers and sisters together for a group shot, but you guys have not been very cooperative. All right. Now, as you heard, no need for a mass adoption up here. All of these dogs will ultimately be spoken for, and all of them will end up doing very specific farm work in the fields.
Some of these guys are already going to farms around California, and we're just waiting for to go through the rest of the interview process to put all 17 of them in different farms.
And that's the beauty of it. 17 puppies of a highly specific farming breed, all born on a California farm and all bound for a farm of their own.
Up next, it's nothing new for presidential candidates to attack each other, but the insults between Marco Rubio and Donald Trump seem to go way beyond political differences. Jean Moos says they're fighting like mean girls.
Which of the following is not an actual 2016 campaign insult?
Maybe to make sure his pants weren't wet.
A guy like Rubio's a baby.
What, are you gonna cry now? Come on, cry, baby, cry for me.
The answer is C, though the electorate should be crying over what's become.
Watch it, jerk. Shut up, idiot! Moron! Scab eater!
A schoolboy fight for the presidency.
I call him Little Marco. That's what he is. He's Little Marco.
He's always calling me Little Marco.
Little Marco Rubio.
Have you seen his hands? They're like this.
Little mouth on him. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, 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 bing.
And you know what they say about men with small hands? You can't trust them.
Who started this?
I don't know, you started it!
But instead of flinging mud,
it's Rubio!
The Donald is flinging water bottles, imitating a dry-mouthed Rubio with a tendency to sweat bullets.
And I looked at the puddle on the ground and I said, what is that? What is it?
He doesn't sweat because his pores are clogged from the spray tan that he uses. Donald is not going to make America great. He's going to make America orange.
Some compare the race to Mean Girls.
You're plastic. Cold, shiny, hard plastic.
What's next? Will the bitter rivals start rapping their insults?
Is that a tank top or a new bra?
The candidates may hate the press, but they're starting to sound like Anchorman.
Your hair looks stupid.
But he's flying around on Hair Force One.
At least Rubio and Trump aren't whacking each other with antennas yet. Genie Mouse.
Donald Trump likes to sue people. He should sue whoever did that to his face.
CNN.
He was putting on makeup with a trowel.
New York.
What if your dad finds out?
Alright, cute. Now a photo of police deputy and his K9 captured the internet's heart this week. It shows the deputy getting a hug from his beloved partner. Reporter Ricky Mitchell met the law enforcement duo and filed this report.
It's pretty obvious that Manson loves his partner, Deputy Chase Garrett. That love perfectly captured in a single selfie.
He likes to give hugs. He's a hugging dog. Most of the time, if we're just sitting there, he'll plop his head on my shoulder and just sit there like that.
Deputy Garrett says he took the photo a couple of months ago during a narcotics investigation. Manson is a 5-year-old chocolate lab trained as a specialized detection canine. He is used to find evidence specific to narcotics investigations. The two have worked together for the past 3 years.
We went from, in the car where he didn't know who I was, I didn't know who he was really, and he didn't listen too much, and then now he's a great dog. He's a great partner. He's just fun to have in the car. I mean, it makes the hours go by.
Manson even goes home with Deputy Garrett after their shift.
He's just very playful, very active. I mean, even at home, he's just want to be part of the family.
Garrett says he never imagined the response his photo would get, but he likes seeing his faithful partner get so much recognition.
They don't get the recognition because people don't think of them as cops or anything else, but I mean, it's good that the community actually likes police canines and they care that much about them.
Next, a photographer in Malibu, California was surprised and delighted to find a full-grown mountain lion napping near his home earlier this month. Kirk Hawkins has the story.
Rolling around, having a snack, stretching, even doing a little downward dog.
Seeing a mountain lion chilling and taking a nap in your garden, and it was just incredible.
While the rest of the country was watching the Super Bowl on February 7th, P-27 the mountain lion was caught soaking up the sun during a lazy afternoon in Malibu by Jerome Jock's camera as the photographer was standing comfortably on a balcony at his home 200 feet away.
When it looked at me, those like translucent eyes that are in your direction are kind of sending you the message like this is no joke.
Using GPS data, National Park Service biologists identified the big cat as P-27. The mountain lion was caught and tagged in Topanga State Park in 2013. After that very relaxing Sunday, P-27 eventually took off back into the Santa Monica Mountains and out of the view of Jerome's camera, his first mountain lion sighting after living in Malibu for the last 11 years.
I always appreciate seeing animals in their real habitat, in their own environment, and I like to keep them. I like when we protect. They belong to the mountains, and we are the one who are on their territory.
Now we are going to take a short break, but coming up we take a look at a 6-year-old who is fighting for his life.
And a doll that will definitely creep you out. Stick around, you will not want to miss this.
Hi, do you have ID? Yep. Oh, okay, thanks. Hi, do you have ID?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, you can't be in the building without ID. I need
Alright.
to have...
It's okay.
Excuse me. Yes, security, please. There's a young man in the building without ID, and he's running away from my post here at Call Duty.
Welcome back. A family in Oklahoma City already lost their 6-year-old son. Now his 2-year-old brother is fighting the same rare form of cancer. Life has been tough, but Christy Shannon reports this week brought a lot of smiles as the Oklahoma City Fire Department went out of its way to brighten the little boy's day.
Since he was just 16 months old, Jace Bolenbach has been fighting a rare form of cancer.
ATRT, it's a rhabdoid tumor. At the time they found a tumor had engrossed his whole left kidney. He had one in his pelvis and one in his brain.
He's gone through multiple operations and weeks of chemo and radiation. After treatment here at Children's Thursday, Jace wasn't so happy. But that quickly changed when he was met by Oklahoma City firefighters and this big red engine.
Jack, see the big fire truck?
Yeah.
A little hesitant at first.
Climb up there. Climb up there. I'm gonna help you, okay?
Jace got in, buckled up, and ready to go.
Hey, Jace, should we turn the siren on?
With that, the siren sounded. And he was off to the fire station.
He was talking the whole time, asking questions, wanted to know what everything worked, how you work everything, what everything did.
Did you get to ride in the fire truck? Was it fun?
Yeah.
When he got to the station, his face really lit up. Jace got to slide down the pole.
Whoa, you gotta hurry, come on.
Use the hose.
Get you wet.
And even got a badge.
And that makes you an official member of our department. How about that? All right?
Jace, yeah, what you got? You have no idea the joy on his face. There's been so much hurt on his face and pain lately that, seeing him happy, he needed it, he deserved it, we all did. I can't thank the Oklahoma City Fire Department enough. I mean, this is something that we will all remember forever.
As Jace was learning, everyone around him learned something too.
Take everything and just have fun with it. Just enjoy every little thing that comes around.
To love hard, because you never know when the next day will be.
Up next, an unusual kind of doll has reached cult-like status in Thailand. Many people eat, sleep, and even go to work with the child angel dolls, believing they bring wealth and good fortune. But not everyone is a fan of the phenomenon. Saima Motion reports from Bangkok.
Consecrated, cute, capitalist gimmick, or just plain creepy. Dr. Mac, who's not a doctor, transforms thousands of dolls into child angels. He says he was walking past a doll in a shop window when it spoke to him, saying,
พ่อจ๋าหนูอยากไปอยู่ด้วย
Please don't leave me behind. Take me with you. Daddy, I want to stay with you. They're blessed by a monk and given a birth date by Dr. Mac when they find a parent, like TV star Buko.
Buko, I'm Saima. Thanks so much for inviting us. And is this one side?
One side, yes, meaning is a good day, my son.
Buko's doll, or son, was picked specially as he feels it looks just like him, one of the family.
คือ 24 ชั่วโมงค่ะ เพราะว่านอกจากจะมาทำงาน
He's with me 24 hours a day, or sometimes he stays at home with my mom and my sister. My mom really likes taking care of him. Everyone thinks Wansai is a member of our family.
So would you eat with one side?
คือจริงๆแล้วอ่ะปกติเวลา
He just sits beside me on my table. I just ask for an extra plate for him and put rice on it. I don't go over the top. I just treat him like normal.
They sleep together too. Buko was filming a TV commercial, but a social media backlash against the Looktep, or child angel dolls, made him reluctant to take Wansai out on set. Critic and writer Poo Chittakorn Busaba wrote on Facebook about the craze, saying, "It reflects the level of your intelligence, and you can't bring your personal world out to violate public spaces and expect no reaction." Some restaurants and hotels have also barred the dolls for fear of frightening customers. But we found people keen to take photos with and meet the pair, and in no time, Wansai was in the ad too. The dolls feel real. It's heavy like a baby, and because everyone else treated it like a child, well, I did too.
Looks like I'm babysitting.
Next up, Buko's TV gossip show. And CNN's presence brought Wansai back into the limelight, a chance for Buko to address the backlash, so Wansai isn't always left sitting on the sidelines. A backlash, though, that's already seeing people abandon the dolls, taken to a new home, this temple, a kind of child angel doll orphanage. Simon Morsin, CNN, Bangkok, Thailand.
Now it was left in a donation box, but thanks to a stranger, a cute kitten has a new lease on life. Patrick Nelson shows us the furry little girl with a look made for Hollywood, or at least YouTube.
Miss Sally Ann here was actually put in one of the donation bins at the Salvation Army downtown.
This is the story of Sally Ann, a kitten with humble beginnings, but it appears she has one heck of a mustache.
We think she's a movie star potential here with that look, or at least the next internet super sensation.
Dumped in a donation bin, it's a situation that could have killed her.
Well, the problem with that in California is that you actually have to be caught red-handed, and a lot of times it's really hard to prosecute.
But Sally Ann was saved. She was found by a Salvation Army worker who called a cat house on the King's location at the Petco on Blackstone and Ashland. Now she's getting plenty of TLC.
Tomorrow she's going to go get spayed so that she can get everything done so that she can be rehomed.
Sally Ann's rescue is happening at the right time. Animal rescues are overrun with unwanted kittens and pups at this time of year.
It's the beginning of the flood, especially for cats. Cats and kittens will start having litters. They already are.
Cat House on the Kings asks Valley residents to spay or neuter stray animals that might wander on their property. And it appears it is going to be a happy ending for Sally Ann.
So she's going to be a beauty the rest of her life, and especially given the right kind of care. And that face is remarkable. It's unforgettable.
It is now time for another break. Coming up later in the show, we will take a look at how a new line of girl superheroes.
Beyond the District, we'll be right back.
For outcasts and rebels, or anyone who just dares to be different. And you've been trying for so long to find out where your place is, but in their narrow minds there's no room for anyone who dares to do something different. Oh, but listen for a minute. Trust the one who's been where you are, wishing all it was sticks and stones. Those words cut deep, but they don't mean you're all alone, and you're not invisible. Hear me out. There's so much more to life than what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Beyond the District. I'm Abby Gillen. Girl power. There's a new line of action figures, and it's all girl superheroes. In today's Consumer Watch, Mary Maloney explains when the new merch soars into stores.
To be a superhero, you need a crime.
There's a car chase on the 112 freeway.
I could do a car chase. Supergirl and her super friends will have a new life in Target stores. It's part of the DC Superhero Girls line, featuring action figures and clothes. And, you guessed it, all the characters have girl power. Fans will be able to see familiar faces like Poison Ivy, Batgirl, and Wonder Woman. Oh, I don't think you've ever known a woman like me. The focus on women comes after the new Star Wars action figure line famously did not feature any females, even though the main character of Star Wars, The Force Awakens, is Rey, a woman. The new class of superheroes will be soaring into stores next month. For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
Next, snow and slush were flying at a competition near Greenville, Wisconsin today. As Eric Peterson found out, snowmobile softball is a combination of a day at the ballpark and a day at the races.
All right, we're ready to begin the next game between Van Astens and OCC firefighters.
The matchup Sunday at the Outagamie Conservation Club had the makings of a classic. A spot in the finals was on the line.
We call it snowmobile softball. It's basically slow pitch softball played on a snowmobile.
There are rules specific to the sport.
Fielders all got to keep their sled turned off and the batter stands in a circle. You can't start them up until the ball is hit.
You have to wear a coat. You have to wear a pair of gloves. So with a 16-inch softball, you can't pick it up one-handed with a pair of gloves on.
The action was intense, like this hard smash. The second baseman got a ski on it. The lead sledder was out at 2, but the relay to first for the double play was not in time. A snowmobiler raced home from third for the score, and the visitors had the early lead.
As long as you don't smack your sled up, it's not bad. Otherwise, some of these guys got $10,000 sleds out here. You do that, you're in trouble.
Shane Stone found himself in a bit of a bind. Players helped him back on his sled after he twisted his ankle.
Foot gets stuck in the snowmobile and then you can't do nothing. You're stuck there. So it's a good time.
But you're okay?
Yep, we're good.
There it is right there.
At times the action looked chaotic, but players say that's part of the game.
No strategy. Same as softball. You just run the bases with sleds.
It's awesome. You gotta try it once, and you'll get addicted to it.
It's just a good time that people get out to get cabin fever and get out here and enjoy winter a little bit.
Well, this is amazing. It's super fun to be out here watching the men out there and the women, and great family event for all.
Leonardo DiCaprio has a plus-size twin, and he's already had an Oscar brandished at him by a bear. He also has his own reality show. CNN's Jean Moos asks, do you see Leo in him?
Hold your horses, Leo. A 33-year-old Russian security guard is living large as Leonardo DiCaprio. Leo! Roman Burtsev is definitely a more portly version. Nothing mini-me about him.
He's Leo's mega-me.
But buried in there somewhere, his heart belongs to Leo. The resemblance exploded on social media last month. The two looks described as Friday night, Saturday morning. Perez Hilton captioned the real Leo saying, "I don't see it," while his twin replies, "I do." And now the channel Moscow 24 has given Burtsev a show called Romance with DiCaprio. His TV show is sort of a modified makeover. Leo's lookalike does things like take voice lessons and consult with a dietitian. He hits the treadmill and undergoes cosmetic procedures to look more like DiCaprio. And just as the real Leo crawled his way through The Revenant, his twin is crawling his way to fame. The producers even built a mock Titanic prow at a Russian shopping mall. Young women took turns posing with the pretend DiCaprio, though the couples didn't get quite as swept away as in the movie. Now, for those of you who don't think the two bear much of a resemblance, take this. Leonardo's twin did a recreation of The Revenant's bear scene with an alternate ending, involving the bear polishing an Oscar statue. So far, no response from Leo's PR people. Does he find it unbearable to have his likeness mauled by an imposter? Jeannie Mo, CNN, New York.
No, but I thought...
Wrapping up tonight's show, a pair of Utah sisters who used in vitro fertilization to get pregnant hit the mother load, if you'll pardon the pun. The women, who are sisters themselves, now have multiple sets of twins. Danica Lawrence has the story.
Hallie, do you want to take a peek?
Mom, Carrie Bunker, holds up her daughter, Hallie, and her twin brother, Cole, at Timpanogos Regional Hospital. Blowing kisses to their twin baby brothers, Cash and Jace, at the NICU. You could call it twin mania. 5 sets, 10 twins, 1 family. Identical twin moms, Carrie and Kelly, say it's divine intervention.
We just feel like these are, a gift from God.
Initially, for both of them, it was impossible to become pregnant.
We pursued fertility treatments.
And they both lucked out. You could even call it twin tuition.
She has 4 children, 5 and under, and I have 5 children, 4 and under. I had a boy-girl first. She had the 2 girls. And then we flip-flopped, and she did the boy-girl, and I did boy-boy. So we've got our bases covered.
Bases covered? More like a grand slam. Kelly was first with her twin 5-year-old girls, Mikkel and Madison. Then Carrie announced she was pregnant with her 4-year-old twins, Cole and Hallie. Then Carrie also had Sadie, who looks and dresses like her big sister, Hallie. Then came Kelly's big announcement, twins again, Kyler and Kennedy. And then again, with the comeback, Carrie announced twin boys, Cash and Jace.
Surreal. It seems like unbelievable. Safe to say my twin sister and I have completed our families, and we are not trying to have any more.
In Orem, Danica Lawrence, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Remember, if you have a story you would like us to cover,
or if you have an announcement about an upcoming event, please send it inter-school mail to the TV studio at High School East, or you can email us at tv21@trschools.com. Also, be sure to tune in to TV21 throughout the day to catch this show and Toms River Schools Today as we bring you stories from around the district. Also, please take a look at our website, www.trschools.com/v21.
Well, that wraps up tonight's show. From Beyond the District, I'm Abby Gillen.
And I'm Taylor Yatesy. Have a great night.